Alright guys, now on to section 3. Section 3 will be getting everything you need ready for the next client, along with putting everything on the table in the correct bag that you brought. So that means all the clippers, combs, guards, anything that was on the table that you will be using again, make sure you put that in the to be disinfected bag. Now anything that is trash obviously goes in the trash bag, and then soiled linens will be like your towel that you use for the mannequin, the cape, because we're going to be draping a new client. So now we're going to go ahead and get ready for our new client. When preparing for our new client, make sure we put on a new set of gloves, and the old ones, they'll obviously go into the trash bag. Now that you're gloved up, let's go ahead and disinfect the area. So we're going to get our wipes, and we're going to go ahead and wipe down the whole area. This will go into the trash, and we will go ahead and prepare for our next client. So before we do anything, let's go ahead and sanitize. Alright, so I just brought this out of my bag. This will be number 4, shave. I know we're on section 3, but we're setting up for number 4. So let's go ahead and take out all the things in here and get ready for the shave. First off, I'm going to go ahead and lay down some paper towels so I can have a clean area to work on. Now let's unbag all this. First, let's go ahead and drape the client. Go in front of the client. Alright. Now make sure you brought a clip in the bag. We're going to go ahead and clip it. And we're going to go ahead and drape. Alright, now after that, let's go ahead and sanitize. We'll touch the client. Now the client's ready. So let's go ahead and get our work area ready. We're going to take out our shaving cream, an extra set of gloves just in case yours rip or pop. Make sure you bring a shower cap for the client so we can get all this hair out of the way. So we're going to go front, tuck all the hair in, right there. Next, let's take out your razor, and like I said in my earlier video, there's no need to bring an actual blade. This will just be a demonstration you'll be giving. So, razor, no blade. Hot towel. And the towel, it can just be damp. You know, obviously it can't be hot, but make sure you just bring a damp towel. And then either some popsicle sticks or just a stick, you know, to apply the actual shaving cream. And then once we are done with everything in our bag, let's go ahead and put this in the trash. And now I will show you what the table looks like. So this is what your table should look like. I also brought some astringent, like a toner. This is just a witch hazel. You can bring, you know, any type of toner you would like. I also brought a pad for applying the toner. You can bring a cotton ball, anything, you know, to apply the actual toner. But this is what you'll need. Alright, now after we've completed all those steps and we have everything laid out ready for section 4, we're going to make sure we have our mannequin to the left of us because we're going to be working on the right side of the face. So after everything is done, we're going to go ahead and step back and wait for further instructions from the proctor. Alright, so this is section 4 of the Georgia Master Barber Exam. In this section, you will be demonstrating a shave. So we're only going to administer the first 5 strokes, and we'll go over those now. So after everything's set up, you have your gloves on, let's go ahead and sanitize. So first, let's go ahead and put some shaving cream on the client's face. You're going to open up your shaving cream. I got these little cups from a local restaurant, so check out any local restaurant. I'm going to pick up my stick and I'm going to dip out of the shaving cream and I'm just going to apply. So once I've actually applied, I'm going to throw this in the trash. And we're going to rub this on in a rotary motion, which is just circular. Get on the neck. We're just working on this one side, so don't worry about the whole face. You also want to make sure we got some on the mustache. Alright. So now, let's go ahead and sanitize. After we have the client lathered up, let's go ahead and hit the client with the hot towel. So, you're going to get your hot towel out of your bag, which is labeled hot towel. And we're going to go over to our trash and mimic squeezing the towel. So we're going to go like this in front of the trash, just to mimic getting all the water out of the hot towel. So now that we have got all the water out of the hot towel, we're going to open the towel and let's fold it into a triangle. You're going to take each corner and we're going to fold it into almost like you're putting a bandana on your face. So now let's go ahead and go around the client and we're just going to put it on top of a mustache and we're going to fold over. Let's go ahead and fold over and make sure there's room for the client to breathe. Mimic a hot towel. Alright, now we're going to take the hot towel off, but we're going to roll from the top to get all foam off the client. Now we're going to go ahead and put this into the soiled linen. Alright, now that that's done, let's go ahead and sanitize. So now, let's actually perform our 5 strokes. So let's go ahead and reapply the shaving cream with a new stick. So we're going to dip some out and apply it on the client's skin. You can get the rest on your hand. We're going to throw this in the trash. Place the cup down. And let's go ahead and apply this in a circular motion. Make sure we get it on the lip and the neck. So now what you want to do is, before we start shaving, let's go ahead and grab a paper towel. Go ahead and tuck the paper towel into the drape, into the actual towel. Give it a little tug. Now we can go ahead and safely pick up our razor. We're going to open it and let's go ahead and perform our first stroke, which will be a freehand stroke, and it will be going from the top of the ear down to the bottom of the ear, really right here at the jaw. So this is going to be a freehand stroke, so let's be careful. And before we go ahead and touch anything, let's go ahead and sanitize. So now that we're clean, let's go ahead and grab the mannequin's skin, mimic a pull, and you want to actually take off some of the shaving cream to mimic you're shaving the face. You want the proctor to see this. So let's go ahead and go mimic going down, and it's a freehand. So boom, that's over with. Now let's go ahead and perform our second stroke, which will be a backhand. And a backhand is just flipping your blade around. So the backhand will be from the bottom of the jaw to the corner of the lip. So let's go ahead and pull the skin and mimic this shave. Wipe it off. Do it one more time just to make sure the proctor sees. Okay, now on to the third stroke, which will be on the mustache. So let's go ahead and pull apart the mustache, and we're gonna go towards us. This will be another freehand stroke. And I'm actually on the right side of the client, just stating this because I'm right-handed. So if you're left-handed, you can go on the other side. So let's mimic that one more time. Boom, stroke number 3 is done. Let's go ahead and go to stroke number 4, which is a freehand. So this will be right here on the jaw to underneath the jaw. The jawbone, underneath the jawbone. So here we go. We're gonna pull the skin and we're just gonna go down. Wipe it off. Boom. That's stroke number 4. Now we're going to close our blade, walk behind the client to perform stroke number 5. This will be a reverse freehand. So reverse freehand means we're actually going to bend the client's head back, and we're actually going to go up. So let's mimic the pull, pulling down, and we're going to stroke up. Get all the hair off. Let's do it one more time. Pull the neck down, and we're going to a reverse freehand, and we are going to pull the skin and stroke going up. Make sure the proctor sees, and then once you are done with this, go ahead and place your razor down. Next, what you want to do is grab your cotton pad or your regular pad, and you want to apply your toner or your astringent. So let's go ahead and do that. So I have my toner on a clean pad, and we're just going to clean off the face. Make sure you go over any areas that you just shaved, because that's what you will do in real life. And we're just going to clean the rest of this residue off the mannequin and put this in the trash. Now let's go ahead and step back, and we're going to wait for further instructions from our proctor. Now after we are done with the shave, we're going to make sure everything on the table goes into the correct bag. So this razor will go into the to be disinfected bag. Boom. The astringent will go into the to be disinfected bag, and everything else that is on the table that is not already taken off will go into the trash. So this will allow us to be ready for the next section. Also, let's go ahead and wipe down the table. So let's get a wipe down the table, wipe down anything on the table. Let's wipe down our first aid kit. Make sure you wipe down your hand sanitizer. After that, you're going to place the wipe in the trash, get some hand sanitizer, and we're going to step back and wait for section 5. Alright everyone, so this is section 5 of the Georgia Barber Master Exam, and this will be blood exposure. So what you're going to have to do is you're going to mimic cutting your hand. So let's just go ahead and mimic cutting my hand. So boom, this hand is cut, it is exposed. First thing I do, remove the glove, place in the trash. After doing this, let's go ahead and sanitize. After doing this, let's go ahead and open up our first aid kit. This is what it looks like. First, I'm going to open up my sterile pad to make sure the area is clean. So I'm going to open this, and once this is open, we're going to mimic this finger being cut, and we're going to wipe down the finger with the alcohol pad. Make sure to keep this glove on at all times until the end. We're going to wipe it off, throw this in the trash. Let's open up our gauze. You're just going to use the other fingers to do this. Let's go ahead and sanitize. So now let's get our gauze out and place it around the cut area. Right there. You can hold it with the other finger. Now, let's go ahead and sanitize again. And after that, we're going to grab our Band-Aid. And after we open our Band-Aid, let's go ahead and apply the Band-Aid over the gauze. Like this. Now let's go ahead and sanitize. And let's get the trash off the table as well. Now we will grab a brand new glove. And we're going to put our hand in there. Now let's go ahead and remove this glove, which was helping us the whole time. We're going to replace it with a new glove, or leave your hand out, up to you. Trash. Now let's go ahead and sanitize. And this will be all you have to do for Section 5 blood exposure procedure. So after that is done, we're just going to step back and wait for further instructions to start section number 6. Alright everyone, now this is section 6 of the Georgia Master Barber Exam, and this will be the curl rod while performing saturation. So first, we're going to sanitize. Second, we're going to get everything out of our bag. So this will be the bag. I have it labeled number 6, chemical waving. And in this bag will be a comb, some water, permanent wave, virgin application though, so it can just be water, but this is for saturation, an extra pair of gloves in case yours break. I don't have any cotton, so I'm going to be mimicking the cotton with this wrap whenever we do the saturation. These are the curl rods. And we have clips as well. So once we're done with the bag, we're going to place this in the trash. So this is what your table should look like. You have your water in the green, which will be labeled. You have your permanent waving for saturation in the clear bottle. And you'll have your comb, along with the curler rods, some clips, and the wrap. And then those papers, those will be for the curling rods. So now let's go ahead and sanitize. Now, starting off, we're going to wet the hair and comb it out. So we're actually going to be using this middle section right here. So I'll go ahead and turn it. So let's go ahead and use this middle section. Just going to wet it. Let's comb through it. Make it a little bit easier on us. Okay, now that it's wet and we have combed through it, make it a little bit more wet. Go ahead and section it apart. I'm going to put all this hair over to the side. Alright, Now that leaves us just this area. So let's go ahead and grab our piece of paper. After we have our strand, like that. Now let's grab our first rod, and we are going to have some tension at the top, pull it all the way, and we're going to roll towards us. So if you can see, I'm just rolling until we get right here, and then I'm going to put the end on, which will hold it in place, and that will be my first one. We're going to do that just down the back of the hair. So now I'm going to step back and wait for further instructions after I've got my rods in place. Now, once I'm instructed, I'm going to step back up and I'm going to perform saturation. First, let's sanitize. I am first going to put my cotton around the hair, but I'm going to mimic the cotton with this wrap right here, so we get nothing else around the hair. Now, let's perform saturation. I'm going to take the cap off, perform saturation. We're just going to wet the end. Put the cap back on, place in the to be disinfected. We're going to sit back and wait for further instructions. Now, we're going to step back up and you're going to be asked to perform a test curl. So let's go ahead and pick one that we want to do a test curl on. First, you're going to show the S-shaped structure that you have made. So, like this. I'm going to take it apart and I'm going to unravel it. And you want to see, you see how it's almost, you see how it's curvy? See how it's got the S shape? Alright, now that we have shown that, we're going to wrap it back up. And we are going to sit back and wait for them to tell us to unravel the rest of them and to show a full curl. So let's go ahead and step back up after they tell us to step back up, and we're going to show full curl. And this. So as you can see, it's a nice S-shaped curl, and that'll be like that for all of them. And that is it for Section 6 of the Georgia Barber Master Exam. Please step back and wait for further instructions.